Hey guys, Spirit of the Law here. I've been spectating a fair number of games recently, just seeing how players at different skill levels are trying to use the Romans now that they've come to ranked. Are they going swordsman line, pikeman with +4/+4 armor, or just sticking with the regular crossbow and knight meta? So I'm checking out different elos, and man, I've seen a couple of really good games. There was one that was a 1v1 Arabia that I think really showed off their swordsman line. So I might commentate that one, even though I don't commentate that many videos. But this was such a good game, I had to show this to you guys. I know everybody always says that Black Forest, oh, it's so boring, everybody just walls up. It's 40 minutes of booming, and then you have one big fight, and somebody gives up. And in fairness, sometimes that is true. Though this particular game is anything but that. Already, we're not even at 2 minutes in the game, and we've already got some interesting shenanigans happening here with both players trying to wall forward. And Blue, sort of maybe wisely sending more villagers. I think this is actually 4 of his 6 villagers are forward. He basically sent his whole economy forward. A nice little snag on the hill here by Red. Although, is Red gonna win? And yeah, so Blue is gonna retreat here. And so Red is gonna have his scout, though it's on very low health. Obviously, both players being a little bit greedy and trying to get their walls as far forward as they possibly can. I actually have a hard time seeing how Red is properly going to pull this off, because even if he does finish this wall, I feel like Blue's 4 villagers are just going to break it back down as they go back to the town center. And meanwhile, he's only got 2 villagers back there, basically trying to keep his economy going, and they're also putting a lot of wood into these walls. This is very expensive. Okay, Red, this might be a problem. Nice, he gets the scouts, but he's outnumbered 3 kind of damaged units against 2. I think Blue's going to take this. Yeah, and he's also got 2 other villagers coming in. So I think Red, you got to abandon this, and it looks like he's going back now. I know this is not everybody's cup of tea. I know some people hate these villager fights that happen. I think it's great. It's exciting right at the beginning. Gonna kill all of Red's villagers here. Okay, well, there you go. This villager is definitely in trouble. And on the other side, we have another forward villager coming, presumably to wall. And yeah, this villager is trapped. Unfortunately, no Red. And Red didn't even get his walls up. He should probably delete these and get that wood back. Maybe a little bit too greedy, although now he's sending 5 more villagers forward. Guys, he's only got 9 villagers. He's got 3 at home, and now 6 of them are forward. Look at these moves. Guys, this is 980 elo, or 979 elo. And he's like, people pretend these players aren't that good. I mean, they got some moves here, man. That villager managing to save itself. And we'll see if the other villagers can rescue her. Meanwhile, looks like Yellow was actually not walling. He's thinking about walling. He's sending another villager, but he's got a sneaky villager in the back. I love Black Forest. It's like, what other map can you have this kind of crazy shenanigans? And these guys all got Loom, right? Yeah, you have to get Loom early if you're gonna start doing this stuff. Alright, so this villager's just chilling. They're just talking to each other. Coming out, oh boy. And gonna pull the same move. Like, guys, I can't emphasize enough. Like, 1000 elo, you need some skills to be 1000 elo and stay there. All right, so I'm going to speed up here a little bit. This is quite a long game. I think it's over an hour. So you might say, like, well, why is he putting himself in a corner like this? Well, Yellow is Khmer, so he can jump into this house and jump out. He's just kind of hiding for now. And we'll see what he gets up to a little bit later. So over here, Red's villager moved so that it could lane the boar. And now that it shot the boar, and the boar attacked it diagonally and it dies anyway. That's instant karma, man. If you weren't trying to kill the boar, then you would have been left alone, you would have been safe. But he just had to go for the boar lane and got exactly what he deserved. Now, you might expect that Red should go back to his base at this point, but he's decided he's gonna break through this wall. He's just gonna come at it from a different angle now. Red, just give it up, man. Just give it up. Just wall in behind. Delete this wall. It happens. But he is like, no, I am going to build this wall. So, there you go. And this is all walled up. Green's just like, yeah, wall? Why? He's the only player here that has 0 interest in walling. But there you go. He probably has the best economy out of everybody. He's got the most villagers. Probably the least idle time. I don't know, I could check, but I think Green's just kind of focusing on playing his game. It says, keep building, I'm gonna attack Yellow. Yeah, that makes sense. And all of this over here is basically idle time as well. Blue only has 10 villagers, guys. 10 villagers. And he's only lost 1. Okay, so there's 8, and he's got 2 up here. I mean, this is kind of a waste of Red's time here as well. He might get through here. I think he should split these villagers and have some attack here, some attack here. What's going on? Nice. See, these guys got moves and they can save their villagers against things. Oh yeah, although he's 11-26, so he's a little stronger. Yellow's actually the strongest player here, if we go by their elo rating. And having a very forward lumber camp, just in case he needs more villagers nearby. Okay. No, he is sending them forward. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's got 8 villagers, and yeah, see, this is smart. I was kind of just gonna start trying to break around the other side. That makes sense. And Green's plan of attacking yellow is not going to plan as he ran into this wall. I mean, he will eventually get through this. And red is in, and he's outnumbering. This is a third of his economy right now, but he's in. He's like, I'm going to build this wall. It's just going to take a bit of time. And, okay, I think he forgot he's Khmer. He doesn't actually need to build the barracks, but there you go, coming down with a stable. And I'm sure Green has no idea that's coming. Green is actually sending these units over here. Interesting. Okay, so I mean, grabbing this for red kind of makes sense. I think you need to throw some houses down here pretty quick, though. He's not going to anticipate all these infantry coming in. But I mean, he's got some gold. He's trying to take the boar. Oh no! Oh no, red! He's sending more villagers for. Oh no! Run, run, run! All right. Well, 2 of the villagers died. You should probably wall at the other side here, red. Also, man, 7 forward villagers taking these board. This is so risky. Now this would be great if these villagers can jump behind and re-wall this, but nope, they're just gonna die. And a bunch more villagers are at risk. He's already lost 4 of them. Okay, and he is taking this boar, although now he's trapped with men-at-arms, so he's gonna do some quick walls. Red is good with the quick walls, man. I think they're eventually gonna get in. I don't know if this boar was worth it, to be totally honest. This is just a mess. There's just so many quick walls happening. Yeah, the villagers actually can fight this, though. That's not necessarily the worst idea. This is just so messy for their economies. And hold on, blue's actually caught up. He's at 26 villagers to red's 29. Red has just hit feudal age. And he's going barracks, so it might go men-at-arms. Maybe. Hard to say. That's a good idea. And meanwhile, 9 scouts coming in. He's gone double stable here. This is going to be brutal for Green, who's not even reacting yet. I mean, Green's army is over here, attacking these these houses. Meanwhile, that's 6 villagers down already, and he hasn't even responded to this. So now I think he's ringing the town bell. But 7 villagers down, 8 villagers down now. This is crazy, and only one of these scouts is even taking a little bit of damage. And what do you do as Green here? So he's queued up. He's got 1 spearman, he's queued up 5 more. I think one of his spearmen's out here. Oh no, maybe it's not. Oh no, his spearman's over here. Okay, so he's lost 10 villagers now to this little raid. I don't think any scouts have died. Maybe 1 scout's dead. At this point though, now that he's getting spearmen, see, it's not just 10 villagers. I mean, 10 villagers is insane. He just dropped him from 38 to 28. Yeah, this team's got so many more villagers. What do they have? How do I read all this? So they've got 75, so they have almost a 20 villager lead. Now, I think you take these scouts. Oh, interesting that, yeah, Green just fast castle. Or, I don't know, there's 21 men to fast castle. It's mostly straight castle. You only made a few men-at-arms, which are now over here. And Red is being like, yeah, you can attack the houses. I'm out of here. So I think he's going to delete these and get at least some of his villagers out. This was still very expensive fighting for Red. I think, though, if you're yellow, don't hang around here. Like, go kill blue. Blue's got literally nothing. Probably end the game right now, actually, if you send these over. And here's another reason this is really effective, is I don't think Green fast castled just to make spearmen. Though, now that they are here, I'm not sure these scouts should be sticking around. Instead, just imagine them in Blue's base right now. He'd probably get another 10 kills. Alright, well, looks like Red's like, okay, we're just gonna stonewall. And I assume he's gonna stonewall this whole thing up. Alright, so these scouts, despite initially getting 10 kills, have kind of stalled out now. So we did deny this barracks, but there's already another barracks over here. And yeah, we've made quite a few spearmen. That is good at slowing down Green. Slowed down his second town center. I don't think the scout's going to get too much more damage, though. I think he's got to sneak through and go attack blue. I think that's what I do. I wonder in retrospect if red wishes he just walled here to begin with. And we've got yellow going up to Castle Age. So as Khmer, I think the obvious plan is to make your elephants. And he's even got the stables right here if he wants. Grabbing bloodlines now, I mean, you could just start spamming light cavalry. I think you'd probably kill green if you're smart about that. But let's say, yeah, I don't know. I think these started off getting a lot of value. I think less so. I'm kind of glad he actually stopped making those and just went up to Castle Age and the one villager. I love how Khmer, they can just like hide in the corner like that and jump into the houses. Like it rarely comes up, but that's also going to be a very hard villager for green to kill. All right, so red's just booming off this. Actually not a bad castle time considering all the crazy insanity here and the fact that he lost 6 villagers. He's still hitting Castle Age before 30 minutes, which it's not bad. And just the massive houses. I'm a little surprised that yellow's not stonewalling this, but just wants to go for the house strategy. You know, theoretically though, I think you could like chain these so we could actually get villagers through it. Because I think you can set the rally point on the house. I don't know, I haven't actually tried that. I think if you go in one house, you can then set the rally point to the next house and keep hopping along it like that. All right, and blue's also stonewalling, so now we're actually setting up for the long game. All right, so let's go even faster now. Everybody's just booming a little bit. We got Castle Age coming in for red, and he is upgrading. He's going swordsman, which makes a lot of sense. You get double the effect of your armor upgrades. And meanwhile, actually this... What happened to the villager? How come the villager is not building this? He just... Oh, he ran back and he just started stonewalling. Well, that's kind of a... that's a little rude because he left red's base completely open. I don't think red knows this is coming. Or you would be stonewalling this. Like, it takes 3 stonewall pieces. And now we've got 14 units coming in. I think this can take out a town center, depending on how many villagers you put in. I'm not sure if he has arson. This is one of those cases where arson actually would be really helpful. Okay, so red is going to queue up a bunch of long swords. I like it. He's got the infantry armor. So they're going to be +4/+4 armor. Roman long swords are actually pretty good. Red's probably feeling a little bit 2 versus 1 at the moment. Although his Roman swordsman should be able to handle this, I think. Nice job saving that town center. This was kind of the first, I think a little bit of mistake here by green. I don't think you really want to press the issue going swordsman against swordsman when you're up against Romans. Because they just have more armor than you. They're just going to win those fights. Yeah, not a huge fan of that. I like the Krepos though. That's a good idea. And you will eventually get that town center. Alright, one thing I am wondering about. Why are these spearmen not attacking these buildings? Okay, so this villager is still here. I really think this has been underutilized. Like that original set of scouts, that was really useful. I think you need a siege workshop here though. And you don't even have to attack through here. You can just wall this up and then just treat this as kind of your main base and your launch pad. But I think yellow's kind of underutilizing this spot now. Just using it to make a bunch of houses. And oh no, jump in the house, jump in the house. Jump in the house. There you go. Nice. Oh, and then he jumps out. He's gonna finish the walls. I love it. Nice. Oh man, Khmer are fun. Alright, he's abandoning the TC. And I like that green is making a conic. I think that's a better unit choice. That might actually do alright against longswords. Okay, so we're getting castle, so I think we're gonna get a little 2-pronged attack here from yellow. And red is actually going Imperial. Is red gonna be first Imperial? Oh no, but both of... Actually, everybody except green is Imperial. That's funny, because green was the first to Castle Age. Yellow's just doing a 1 town center play, though. Interesting. So I think he's gonna be way behind in villagers. Yeah, he is. He's only got 52 villagers and 7 queued up. When you got 7 queued up, I think it's time to make another town center. Because you really want to get to at least 100 villagers. I would think, 120 is more like it. And what's blue up to? Blue has 3 town center booming. He never found this? I think this is explored as well, because this is a ranked game. I'm pretty sure Black Forest is explored by default. So I just figured he didn't need his llamas there, I guess. Interesting, guess he didn't notice. All right, this is kind of stalling out. I do like the siege workshop though. That's a good touch. And red is about to be Imperial. I think we're gonna start seeing, I'm actually most interested in red here because red is playing as the Romans and I want to see the Roman death ball composition. We're already getting the Scorpions, which remember have 1 extra range because he's got a Khmer ally. And Khmer seems to be going into battle elephants. Fair enough. Battle elephants and ballista elephants can be a pretty scary combination. All right, red, get your units in there. This should not be a problem, I think. Yeah, I don't think this is actually that big of a threat. I think this is playing right into the Romans' hands. Like making infantry, remember, legionary, which is coming in right now, gives them a hidden +4 against other infantry. So you really don't want to go infantry against them. We've got cavalier coming in for blue. And also onager. Onager is really important because you can actually cut trees with that. Yeah, I still feel like this is kind of underutilized at this point. He's managed to trap the spearmen. Okay. And cavalier for yellow. Oh, okay. I think just go elephant, man. Alright, so we got Comita Tenseis coming in, which is going to give the legionaries a charge attack, and also they're going to be created faster. And we want elite Centurion for the attack rate boost, and also speed boost for his infantry here. And hopefully Heavy Scorpion comes in here pretty soon. And meanwhile, blue's getting Paladin. So remember that Burgundians, they don't have bloodlines. But other than that, the Paladins are fully upgraded, so they're still pretty tanky. And I think actually not a bad choice against Romans in this case. Yeah, so Ballista Elephants gonna be really good here, because their shots kind of act like Scorpion bolts. And I didn't see if we got the double crossbow tech, but these can get pretty tanky. And in choke points like this, they're absolutely incredible. I'm surprised red doesn't wall this up. All right, so we see red moving out here. Okay, let's see. So we've got how many scorpions? 13 scorpions. That's good. That's kind of a critical mass. Should be like 30 legionaries, 27 legionaries. Okay. And sending. I mean, this is like your dream Roman army. I think you just got to get the heavy scorpion, and also need siege engineers, so you get the extra +1 range. Although blue, it seems to be kind of ignoring this, which I think he can for now, and he's just massing at paladins and he's cutting through. This could totally wreck red. Man, see, I wanted to see the Roman army fight the paladins head on. Yeah, I think blue's just kind of like, I'm just gonna run in and kill your eco. Have fun with my castles. Alright, flip side, this is where Khmer start to snowball. You just get a bunch of ballista elephants, you get in a choke point like this, and, you know, halberdier is the right idea. It just gets tough when you have 15 or 20 ballista elephants. They just can't get close enough. I still think, and I keep saying it, I think yellow is underusing this. He's got a villager in behind enemy lines. Just get an onager, cut through, start spamming light cavalry. Kill everything, right? And meanwhile, you're attacking over here. So I think he's kind of forgotten about his forward, or is underappreciating how much damage that can do. So red's moving forward. We've got hand cannoneers. Remember though, hand cannoneers aren't going to be very good against scorpions. In fact, they're going to be terrible against scorpions. But, oh no. This is 51 paladins in your base. That is so deflating. Like, you feel like you're pushing, you're like, okay, he's got hand cannoneers, my scorpion's going to deal with that, and suddenly your entire base is just dead. Okay, so this is going to add up. Let's see. Which one? Where's our one that tells us how many units we've lost? Wow, red has lost 67 villagers. That was fast. He didn't even respond to most of this. He's running away with a few. That's good. You have to save at least a couple so you can rebuild. I don't think you're going to need these houses, but I think you're going to have a lot of free pop cap all of a sudden here. Okay, let's get away from me. There's a lot happening right now. Okay, so blue obviously just basically killed red. Red is now retreating with his legionaries. The problem is he's now left all his siege undefended. And yeah, this is what paladins do, is they just run around your infantry. I mean, there might be a good fight here. If red can take the fight. The problem is the paladins don't have to take the fight. Meanwhile, yellow is actually winning on this side though. So yellow is actually pushing. He's got 4 trebs. I'd like to see a couple more trebs. And it looks like green's got his own little sneaky cut through idea here. I mean, this is very, very quick to cut through, and you could put a few buildings here and just spam them in. I feel like red and yellow are winning conventionally. They're pushing forward and they were having some success, but it looks like both of them are at risk of having their economies destroyed with sneaky cuts. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to destroy green quickly enough. Green actually has almost nothing. He does still have 50 villagers though. And the only thing I wish is he had some town centers. I think you kind of need those, as you want more than 50 villagers. He must not have any stone, because I would think you want a couple more crep posts here. This is smart though. I like this. Alright, meanwhile, red, what's the plan? I think red's pretty much dead. He's got 14 villagers. The paladins are running around. Yeah, man, sending battle elephants against paladins. I love how yellow just stonewalls about. He's like, good luck, red. Like, I mean, in fairness, he's sending some elephants, but... Oh no. Red's losing. That's half of red's economy now, dead. Trade's not going to happen. I guess you could build some more markets. This is a really weird gate. Oh, is there like a secret... Man, good on him for figuring out there's a little secret path there. I would not have noticed that, and I would have had paladins floating in. Oh, I don't know about this. Okay, how do you guys feel about this? We've got 33 Blissa Elephants. They have taken some damage up against 44 paladins. Now, I think the Blissa Elephants might win this, but the problem is you're letting green rebuild, and green is already cutting into your base. And this is maybe another argument for why he should have been attacking from the right side here, as he definitely would have seen that. The thing is, even if the Blissa Elephants do eliminate blue's army, obviously yellow doesn't know. Green is trying to do this, but like, don't let green live. Like, blue's not the threat right now. You got to finish off green so you get that 1v1 situation. I think yellow is kind of creating a situation where he's going to be in a 2v1 while red rebooms. Although the red and yellow team, allegedly by score, is winning. I'm not sure that tells the whole story when green here is officially in. So there is nothing here to really stop him. I guess we got a couple of castles. I do think maybe some cavalry would be better here than infantry though. This is very slow. Leave the onagers behind, guys. Just get in there and destroy some economy. Yeah, I don't know. And yellow just threw away his, or at least half of his army. And now he should be aware of this. I think he's going to start pulling his units back. But there's one problem with Blissa Elephants and Legionaries, is they're not good at moving around the map quickly. And this is a very bold, very bold castle. I don't think this is going to go up with one villager who didn't wall herself in. Yeah, I think yellow took his eye off the real enemy, which is green here. And green is rebuilding. To green's credit, he held on to a lot of villagers, reboomed his economy in the back, and had a sneaky cut, which is exactly what he needs. Yellow's economy is dead right now, which means, well, he's still got 68 villagers, but he's about to lose 15 of them right here. And a bunch more here, so he's going to hide them in the castle. Very smart move by green. Now, one thing I will say, red needs more town centers. If you're dead like this, you have to ask your ally for some wood or stone, basically whatever you need for more town centers. I mean, I guess he's got some units. Oh, he's actually got a lot of units. Wow. Yeah, he's still got 46 legionaries. They're just all hanging out. I actually think if those legionaries came in right now, I think he could kind of wreck blue. I don't think... what has blue got? 18? Yeah, I think red's being too passive here. I think go use this army. And like, you know, he doesn't... No, he's not seeing what we're seeing. But I think actually red push. Red could probably kill blue right now. If he was, you know, feeling a little more aggressive. And I wonder if yellow's going to try to reboom right here. That might make sense. Do a little bit of a base trade, and then green starts building in here. Well, that's so many farms, though. Hate to lose 23 farms. Okay, it kind of looks like green's running out of steam here. I'm surprised he's not flooding more units. But I guess he's kind of destroyed most of everything. So yellow is going to go, I guess, where is he going? He's going to reboom over here, I guess. And this is what I like to see. Yeah, red, good. You need more town centers. You need like 6 town centers. He's only got 19 villagers. He's got 10 villagers queued up. You just need more town centers. That's what you got to do when your base is destroyed. And obviously he doesn't know, but he should be attacking with these legionaries and killing blue right now. And even blue's rebooming. Why did blue only have 51 villagers? I'm very surprised by that. He's been on 3 town centers. I guess he got raided a little bit by the ballista elephants. Maybe yellow did more damage than I noticed. All right, we're gonna skip forward here. At this point, yellow and red both have their bases destroyed. Green still has a semblance of a base, so even though the score is in favor of the Roman and Khmer player, I think it's kind of switching the other way now. Yeah, and this is super annoying too, where you make a bunch of buildings, and he's got to try to beat him down with ballista elephants. I still think ballista elephants are a great choice, though. I'm not sure I'd do that against the Krepos. But we're getting the Romans kind of coming in and helping a little bit. The biggest thing, I actually think blue's being very passive right now. I think blue or red should be attacking each other. So red has actually emptied all the legionaries he had here. So this is good. This is what I like to see. So red is out there. He's actually getting some value out of his units. He's got 37 units over here. I mean, that's pretty good. If they attack green together, they win. And red adding in more town centers. I mean, maybe he just didn't have the wood to make the town centers. This is smart too, is actually closing this off, because sometimes people cut and you just kind of forget about it. All right, green is in full rebuild mode. This is what I like to see. He's got rid of those castles. He's stabilized. He's still doing fine for villagers. Let's see, so 56, 85 villagers. Man, see, this is the story. They've got 149 villagers to 77 for the green and blue team. Oh, I think they kind of dodged that shot a little bit. Charging into Onager isn't necessarily ideal. Yeah, but I like to see red is pushing. Maybe a little bit more communication. Let's get some units forward here. Oh, he's healing him up. Okay, that makes sense. Meanwhile, blue seems to be massing Hazar. I'm not sure there's too much to raid. I guess there's a little bit. You mostly just need something for the castles. Yeah, there you go, some bombard. Okay, this is actually... So, blue just woke up, and he's coming back with a vengeance. Once he deals with these castles, red's totally out of it, and all he's got is this little tiny corner. And red's trying to come in here. It's commendable. We got Scorpion. We got Heavy Scorpion coming in. Actually doing not too bad against the Legionaries here. I think this Legionary army is about to get crushed. Because remember, Conics just got a little bit more armor, so they're not as bad as they were. Yeah, that whole army got cleaned up. So now, red's lost his army. He's losing his castles to blue's push here. I think red's dead. And yellow doesn't have a lot. Though he has reclaimed his farms, which is good. And made a monastery. I'm not really sure what he's doing with that. He's not making monks. I wonder if that's just a misclick. Well, not sure what the monastery is for. I have to say, I think red team has lost momentum. And I actually thought they were going to win at one point. But blue's cutting, I think, kind of changed everything. And then green cutting, I think, sealed the deal. And I think they're going to call GG here in a second. I do think this was very winnable for yellow and red, though. And I wonder if yellow had maybe focused down green a little bit more instead of sending his units over to blue. I wonder if that would have changed anything. Like, maybe blue would have just boomed too much. Though, it's hard to say. Will we see one more big fight? Oh, these onagers are going to completely wreck these elephants. Okay, I kind of wish they hung on a little bit longer. I think these would have totally destroyed these elephants in like one shot. So I wanted to share that game because it had so much fun stuff that you see on Black Forest sometime, with the fighting over the walls, 2 different cuts, and also a sneaky base. Of course, what originally got me into the game was trying to see Romans with a Khmer ally, and we saw a bit of that, but maybe not quite as much Scorpion action as I was hoping for. That'll do it for this one though. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.